get my gloves, my hands will be cold. In this video, I'm going to thank Chris, because Chris saved the day because the camera had 4% battery and then he magicked a cable that's completely out of date. In all seriousness, in this video, we're going to look at how to do forward crossovers on the ice and why you might be struggling with your forward crossovers. Now, before you do your forward crossovers, you have to make sure you are able to do a few things. And number one is do an outside edge. If you're someone who skates on two inside edges, it's really hard to do a crossover because you're going to be skating like this. If I try and do some crossover on inside edges, it's really hard. So the very first step, before you even try and do any of the crossover exercises, get that outside edge, which is to get your 2-foot glide, feel inside edge, outside edge, put your body on the circle and lift your foot. You really need to be able to do this. It doesn't have to be super deep, but you have to be able to do it in order to get your crossovers to work, okay? Now, once you've managed to get that, you have to be able to do a forward pump on a circle, like this. You need to master this forward pump in action so that you can start working towards the crossover, okay? If you can't do the forward pump, the crossover is going to be super hard, okay? If you want a tutorial of forward pumps, we have that. If you want one on the outside edge, we have that. Now, the third step you're going to have to be able to do is a chassé, because you have to get used to getting onto one foot and pump, get onto one foot. So we really need this 1 foot action in order to be able to do the crossover. And that goes with both feet. You need to be able to really stand on 1 foot on the inside and on the outside, okay? So we can do this little exercise. Bend, pump, together, lift, change, lift, change. Bend, pump, together, lift, change, lift, change. If you can do this without being on two inside edges like that, you've got a shot at being able to do the crossover. And now, if we've got this far and you're like, yeah, Lloyd, I know how to do all of that, just show me how to cross the feet, that's all I really want to know, well, this is your first exercise to do. You come over to the boards and you literally practice picking your foot up and crossing it, going down the ice like so, because this is the action you'd get used to. And again, I'm going to emphasize not on two inside edges like this, because it's really hard to cross your feet over on two inside edges. If you're doing this, it's not right. It's also not right if you're on two outside edges like this. This isn't good either. You need to be on inside edge and outside edge so you can feel the step like this. If you're unconfident, if you're not confident doing it, try holding on to the boards, doing it like this without being here and trying to cross like that. You've got to stay pretty upright as you do it. Okay, so now we can do an outside edge, an inside edge, a forward pump, a chassé, cross the foot over along the line. But we need to get doing the crossover, right? So this is what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do, super simple exercise, body facing the circle, chest, sternum facing the circle. I'm not trying to say sternum facing the circle. We're going to do bend, pump, together, lift the foot up, cross it, replace. Bend, pump, together, lift the foot up, cross it, replace. Trying not to cross it on an outside because you will trip yourself up, you'll fall on your face and you'll say, oh my gosh, Lloyd doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. I tried what he said, fell straight on my face. So you will do that if you have this foot open and you cross and trip yourself up like that. That you don't want to do. So make sure, bend, pump, up, lift the foot over, get it clear, try and do inside edge and down. Outside edge at this point, trip to the doctors, right? Now, before we get on to the next exercise, I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsor for the video, because if there was no sponsor, there would be no video, of course. So our sponsor for the video is Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is an online learning platform where you can sign up to be a member and you can learn all sorts of different things. If you're looking at, developing the skills needed for a new side hustle, something like this, you can learn what you need to know on Skillshare. I actually used a lot of the videos on Skillshare to learn all the skills I needed to create Ice Coach Online, from editing videos, making websites, how to do online marketing, things like this. I learned it through Skillshare, so it's a service that I can highly recommend. One class I found particularly helpful was YouTube Success, Script, Shoot and Edit by Marques Brownlee. In this class, I learned how to take my YouTube videos to the next level and how to improve the quality of the content I was producing. Now, the first 1,000 people watching this video to sign up using the link in the description below will actually get a free trial for Skillshare. So I highly recommend clicking that link and trying it out for yourself. So you've got that. Now we're able to do a kind of a crude crossover attempt like this, okay? We need to make it a little bit better, right? So first thing we're going to do is try and stay on one leg to bend, one leg to push, then we're going to rise up to 2 feet. Safety in 2 feet, again, lift, cross, step. Now we can try and do one leg, bend, push, lift up 2 feet, lift and cross. And as we go through each of these steps, building up to the full crossover, we're basically just trying to work our way into taking out 2 foot bits and just doing 1 foot skate, skate, skate. So the next step is trying to stay on 1 foot the whole time, bend, push, rise up, come together, cross the foot over, step, and you can stay on 2 feet, relax, bend, push, rise up, bring the foot over, cross together, stay. Okay, I recommend staying at first. We want to take it out eventually, but we try and stay at first because it gives you time to think, reset, and it's when mistakes pile up on top of each other that things get super dangerous and we can fall, and we don't want to do that, right? So that's why we have to keep doing the 2 foot resets. Now, when we've got to this point, we do bend, bring the foot over, cross, stay on one leg, bend, push, bring the foot over, cross it, stay on one leg and push. And that's when we can develop that into skating with better crossovers, with arms and proper things, right? Now, of course, there's obviously much more to do in crossovers than just these few tips. These were just a few quick pointers of how to give you an idea of starting doing your crossovers. For a much more robust explanation with more details about how to do your crossovers, you can watch this video somewhere popping up on the screen around you, and in that you can see a Lloyd that's 10 years younger, awkwardly standing in front of the camera. In this video we're going to, but the information is correct there, so you can listen to what I'm saying in that video if you really want a lot of detail, a lot of information, and you can get past the fact that I'm so awkward in front of the camera. Anyway, I hope this video helped you understand how you can get to doing your forward crossovers. I hope it gives you a bit of confidence to try. Remember the points that I made, especially about not opening the foot as you cross, because this, sticking your foot down in front of your blade like that, will result in quite a nasty fall, okay? So I hope this video helped you. If it did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below, let me know how are your forward crossovers. Is it a move you like doing? Is it a move that you say that is terrifying, I don't want to try? Let me know. If there's something you're struggling with, try and describe it to me in the message, I'll give it a read, okay?